Morning everyone, Ravenna from Triple Moon Goddess 88 here. I was doing my meditation this morning and I was getting downloads in regards to myself and the way that I do my readings, or been doing the readings since I started up this channel last week. And I've just realised that doing my readings the way that everyone else does them just doesn't work for me. So I will be starting to do them a little bit differently. I get more downloads and receive more messages when I write things down. So I will be channeling the messages before I actually film from now on. And, if I get downloads and messages while I'm channeling throughout filming, then I'll pass them on, of course. And if I'm guided to pull certain cards or whatever. But from now on, it's, I'm going to do things a little bit differently. And I think that's the message for the day. When you come to that realisation that something doesn't work for you, then you need to ask yourself why. If you've been working on something or doing something, for years, or something that you've done your whole life that just is not working for you now, then you need to look at things. If you keep hitting roadblocks or walls or whatever, really need to look at things differently. And okay, this doesn't work for me now. You might not know the answer right away. You may not work that out, but try different things. Look at things a bit differently. You know yourself what works for you and what doesn't work for you. And I think you need to leave aside, even your own preconceived ideas of how things should be looking on the outside. Like, it just doesn't work. If you look at things in a different perspective, in a different way, and start putting things in place that work for you, then eventually, with practice, with time, with patience, with perseverance, having the courage to make those changes and to keep going with that perseverance, you just keep going. As anyone knows, whoever starts, a small business or starts a new hobby or and whatever it is, it takes patience, it takes practice, it takes perseverance and just to keep going and not giving up just because you can't get it the first time or the 10th time or the 20th time. Like, if it's something you really want to do, then keep doing it. I'm still learning every single day. I've only been on this channel a week and it is so nerve-wracking. I know, zero about social media, about filming, about editing, or anything to do with that sort of stuff. And I'm just winging it as I go, and I'm learning something new every single day, and I'm changing. And that's the thing, don't be afraid to change and adapt as you go. You don't have to be so structured and so narrow, thinking that it only has to be one way. And that's life, isn't it? In every aspect of life is adaptability. Being adaptable to change and realizing that you are unique and that to put your stamp on the world, so to speak, you need to find that unique way of doing things for you. What people say the tried and tested method. Well, try to test it, for you maybe, or for that person, or the other millions of other people. But that doesn't mean that that's relevant to you. So don't give up just because something hasn't worked. The way that you've wanted it to, or the way that you expect it to. Releasing those expectations as well on yourself, of things having to be a certain way. Think outside the box. Think about things in a different way, and try doing things in a different way. And if just keep trying. One way might not work, and you'll go to you might try 10, 20, one time different thing, a different way of doing something, a different thought process. And that one time, or that 100th time, might be that one that's like, oh wow, yeah, that works for me. That's it. That's the way I'm going to do with it. And then you might, be plodding along fine and no problem whatsoever. And then you might hit another roadblock. Okay, well, that's not working for me anymore. I'm going to change that again. So, you got to have patience with yourself, and listen to yourself. Listen to your intuition. Cut out any external noise of people, either, expectations, or them trying to tell you that you have to do it this way, or, other people's opinions on, oh, maybe you should be doing it this way and not that way. And, listen to your own intuition, listen to universe. Everyone's able to do that in their own unique ways. And most importantly, you got to trust yourself, and trust yourself to know that you are going to know what's working and what's not working. You may not know to start with when you start making those changes. And like I said, you'll stumble, you'll make mistakes. We all make mistakes when we're learning something new. That's how we learn. And if you're not learning something new every day, then you're not living life, really, are you? So I think that's your message for the day, isn't it? It's doing things your way, doing what works for you, and enjoying the ride along the way. I hope you all have a great day. It's a beautiful sunny day here. We're in autumn here, so things are getting a bit cooler, but that's okay. So I will see you all next time, and please like, share, and subscribe, follow, whatever it is. Thank you. Bye.